Hey, 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 Universal Stars, Periscope Universal Stars. Happy Thursday to you. I think the holiday got some of us a little mixed up with the days. Today is Thursday, June 1st, 2017, and we are at the halfway mark of this year. And for those of you who do not know me, of course, I am a new Periscoper. And my name is Venus, a Goddess. I am a transformational life guide. I am a speaker, veteran, and I am a new author of Recreating My Reality. My book is published on Amazon on a bestsellers list, spiking at rating number 2, real close to making a number 1 bestseller, but I spiked at number 2, which I am eternally grateful for. Recreating My Reality is now on Amazon. If you want and like to purchase your copy, please feel free. You can either go to Amazon and type in Recreating My Reality, or you can visit my website before you do so, and you can there is a link for you titled Recreating My Reality Book Companion. It is a personal foundational assessment that I created that is tailored made on by the book Recreating My Reality, and you can download that for free on my website at bit.ly/myreality2017. That is bit.ly/2017, and download your free copy. Or you can, of course, show your support and go to Amazon and purchase Recreating My Reality. I assure you and promise you that it is not only a really good read, but it is a book about a journey, my journey to mental and emotional healing. And I know many of us can attest to a lot of the different things that I speak of in this book, and sharing my own personal testimonies with you. It is all for the purposes of healing, helping others transition through life, inspiring, empowering, and encouraging one another. So I assure you it is a phenomenal read. Today I wanted to just pop in before you and share something. This whole scope thing, I go live often on my Facebook page, Venus the Goddess, and I go live often sharing, tips, tools, and resources, and education and knowledge centered around all things recreating my reality, which is all things dealing with the mind, all things dealing with encouragement and inspiration. Those of you who don't know me, I hold a master's, not a master's, excuse me. I'm not going back to school to get that. I hold a bachelor's degree in business management and a minor in psychology, and marketing. But my studies extend well over 20 plus years. I'm telling my age. My studies extend well over 20 plus years in psychology, specifically in family dynamics and family relationships. And so not only do I harbor and harness the experience that helps me relate to my clients a lot better and helping them transition through life, it helps me better relate to the world, and it helps me to deliver the messages that I do deliver. And so today I wanted to come before you and just give you, just talk about you and your greatness. And give 4 things that are going to influence you and your success, you and your journey, and reaching your goals, reaching your dreams, recreating your reality, and finally living the life that you desire. And so, as the title goes, I'm going to be speaking about your power, your purpose, your passion, and your path. And so the very first thing, of course, is your power. Everything that you need to accomplish and reach your goals, you already have within. We are the descendants, the offspring of a mighty and powerful God. We are the offspring of the essence of power of creation in its entirety. We harbor and possess the same power. We can create with our minds. The way we were created was in a phenomenal construction. We were created to create. We are above, human beings in existence are above all other living, breathing things that is on this earth. And unless you tap into that power, unless you reconnect back to the power source, then you will find it really, really hard to tap into that power, to use that power as needed to create generational wealth, to create a new reality, to create new behavior patterns, and all the things that is going to get you and to set you on the course to obtaining the things that you desire most, those inward things that you desire. And being that it is halfway through the year, what are you doing to tap into that power? The second thing is, after you have tapped into that power, after you have reconnected to the power source, you then will discover your passion. What are you passionate about? We see it far too often in this life where our loved ones, our moms and dads and brothers and sisters and co-workers and all of the human existence, all of the people that are in this world, we see too often they are just floating by in life, and that's not living. You can be successful floating by in life, but that's not living, universal stars. That is just floating by. And I can assure you, one thing that will be the outcome of you, a person deciding to just float by in life without tapping into their divine power, without reconnecting to the power source, without discovering their passion or rediscovering their passion, is that it will lead you to a very slow mental and physical death. Of course, it may be a little harsh saying physical and mental death. Hi, Brittany Divine. How are you, beloved? It may seem like that's a little harsh, me saying that, not living in your purpose, not living in your passion, not tapping into your power. It may seem a little harsh for me to say. Hi, beloved. Thank you so much for joining me. If you can, share the video. I'm a new periscoper, and of course, I am building up my beloved universal stars, which are you guys. It's a universal star is the term of endearment that I call you, because I believe that we are universal stars, that we are powerful, and that we are great. Thank you so much for sharing. And so I say that it leads to your mental and physical death in a literal and figurative tone, because I mean just that. Oftentimes, how many people, thank you, beloved, thank you. Oftentimes, how many times do we see people or hear about stories of individuals who are dying before their time, who are mentally incapacitated, who are not able to grow and evolve and develop, who are, because of life, who are in the bad state of mind, a wrong state of mind, a frozen state of mind that prohibits them from living in their future, creating their future, recreating their reality, because they're bound to their path. Their past. That is a slow mental and physical death. And I can assure you, it's not a matter of if you get to that point. If you continually choose not to tap into your power, the power source, and to rediscover your passion and your purpose in life. Hey, Justin, how you doing, beloved? You finally caught me. How you doing, beloved? That will lead to our mental and physical death. And one of my main purposes as a transformational life guide is to educate and to give individuals, my universal stars who I care so much about, the tips, tools, and resources that you need, the education that you need, so you're no longer frozen in your past. You're no longer bound to your past. And as a transformational life guide, I am no judge. I am not biased. I don't care if you're purple, white, black, yellow, orange, if your culture does not fit my paradigm of culture, if you don't come from where I come from, if you're not experienced or any of those things. I am not biased or judgmental. As long as you are a human being, as long as you have a soul, as long as you have a purpose, I am talking to you. I am here to encourage and to inspire you, as long as you want it for yourself. So I am not biased by no means, and so I am never quick to judge the reason why an individual just happen to be bound or frozen in their path, because many of us have never been taught that we are powerful, that we are divine, that we have everything we need inside of us to recreate our reality. And I'm not sure if you know that we are domesticated creatures. We are domesticated human beings. That's just a statistical, logical fact. Just as we domesticate our animals, we also have been domesticated in our culture, in our behaviors, in our way of life by not only societal and social norms, by our environment, but also by our family, our educators, our teachers, our mentors. And I'm not saying that that is wrong, because I domesticate my children, but in my evolving, in my choosing to mentally evolve, I know now that I am not the owner of my children's soul. I do not predict the path that they need to take. And so I move from a place of domesticating them to guiding them. Hence, it is one of my inspirations in choosing a title such as Transformational Life Guide, and not to distinguish or to diminish the qualities of coaches. And yes, I operate in that also, coaching and motivational speaking and all of that, but I want to help individuals. I want to guide individuals through their transitional phases of life. I don't just want to inspire and encourage. I want to prick you and turn you and make you feel so uncomfortable and living in a state of mediocrity, living in a state where you are not completely happy, living in the shadow of others because of this domesticated factor. We have to become undomesticated or re-domesticate ourselves to fit our own unique purpose, passion, and path, our own destiny, because I can assure you, beloved stars, until we do so, we will continually be frozen in our path, because you, I, the world, we were all given a unique gift, a unique skill sets, and although they may fall under the umbrella of others who may be doing the same thing, but only you can do it like you can do it. Only you can walk like you, talk like you, think like you, act like you, cry like you, manifest like you, use your power like you, vent like you. No one can walk in your shoes the way you can walk in your shoes but you. And so anytime you're walking in the shoes of another person, it will never fit. It is not purpose for you. It is only purpose for you to operate in your divine paths. How you doing, Anderson? Hi, beloved star. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate the hearts. I appreciate the love. If you haven't, I thank you in advance for sharing the feed. And so the second thing I wanted to bring to you out of the 4 things that is going to influence you, encourage you to recreate your reality to the reality you are supposed to be living and operating in. How you doing, beloved? How you doing? And so the second thing is your passion. Like I said before, we were all given a divine passion. Nobody can do what Venus or Goddess can do. Nobody can walk like Venus or Goddess can walk. And until I discovered that I no longer needed to be walking in somebody else's shoes, the minute so many opportunities opened up for me, simultaneously, all these opportunities started coming my way. And all of a sudden, the path was made plain. I can see clear. I was once blind, but now I saw me in my past, I saw my present, and I can see my future as clear as day, and it made all the sense in the world. Thank you so much, Anderson, for sharing the video. I appreciate you, beloved stars, for doing so, because I can't do what I do without you. I need you as much as you need me, and we need us as much as we need us. We cannot do it alone, even though we are the only ones that can operate in our divinity, operate in our soul, purpose, past, passion, and path is us. We still need each other to push us, to usher us, to help guide us on the many transitions of life, because life is not biased and life is not judgmental. Life affects us all. And so I don't operate in a lot of skill sets. I operate in what was divinely given to me. And so in order for me to completely fulfill my divine purpose, I need the gifts of Justin. I need the gifts of all of you guys. I need the gifts of Anderson. I need the gifts of my beloved sister. I need the gifts and skill sets. I need your gifts. I need for you to be operating in your divinity, in your divine gifts and skill sets, so I can reach my next level, so you can reach your next level, so we can reach our next levels as one. If it was purpose for us to be alone, to do it all on our own, to be this, oh, it's all about me and only I can do it. If that was purpose, we would all live on individual islands with no way, shape, form, or cross to communicate with one another. But we know that's not so. We were born and created into this realm together as one, as individuals, but we join in a community. We join in a divine force. So we are all connected. We are all interconnected. We are all supposed to be living on this realm, discovering our passion and our purpose, and walking on our path, just like a beautifully woven quilt. And that quilt could have never been designed so intricately, so beautifully, without the part that you play, without the part that I play. I need your string. I need your yarn. I need your colors. I need your beauty just as much as you need mine. And so after you have tapped into, rediscovered your power, rediscovered that you are the descendant of a powerful, supreme God, supreme creator, whatever word you choose to define God, it is your choice to do so. But for the sake of, me and my personal POIs, personal, perspectives, ideologies, and opinions, my POIs, and for the sake of me using my divine God, my supreme all in all, the supreme force, whatever it is, and all its abundance, whatever you define as God, until you reconnect back to the source that has given you your power, it will be so hard for you to find your way, to find your passion. So the third thing is your purpose. What is your purpose? We have an idea, but we have no idea of how many of us are just floating by in life without even rediscovering what our purpose is. We go to these jobs every day. We're venturing off on so many different journeys and taking so many different paths and following so many different people. And some of us don't even ever know what our purpose is, our divine purpose. That's right, Brittany. Stay plugged into the source. Yes, we got to stay plugged in. And that's just like, our cell phones. What happened to our cell phones if we don't charge it when the battery is dying or the battery is getting low? We won't be able to use all of its resources. We won't be able to connect in such a way. We won't able to transcend or to deliver messages and to speak to loved ones and to communicate and to grow and to strategize with one another. Technology is an awesome thing, but just like us, just like technology, it needs to plug into the power source in which gives its power. And in the case of our mobile devices and electronics, they need to plug into an electrical outlet that is going to continually give them life, or else they will die. They will shut down eventually. And so just like that cell phone, if we do not continually plug into our divine source, our life force, our life-giving supply of energy and power, we will surely, most assuredly diminish and dwindle. How many individuals we know, loved ones? Hi, Tamara. How you doing, sweetheart? Hi, beloved star. How many of us leave before our time or leave this realm without discovering our passion, our purpose? Hi, beloved. It's so good to see you. Thank you for joining me. How many of us leave this earth without discovering our passion, without discovering our power, without discovering our purpose? We go to the grave unused. We go to the grave with all of our gifts, all of our talents, all of our resources that we could have used to make a huge impact in this world. And so my purpose is to encourage you to find your power, tap into, reconnect back to your power source. And when you have done that, rediscover or discover your passion. And when you have done that, rediscover or discover your purpose. What is it that you do that brings you just utter joy and utter bliss, that whenever you do it, you get lost? You don't know time. You don't know what day it is. You sometimes forget to eat. What is that? I know for me, it has always been encouraging and inspiring and motivating and being a boss. I know whenever I was younger, when we used to play house, or we used to play bank, or we used to play anything, I had to be the one in charge. I had to be the boss. I had to be the delegator. I had to be the one who laid the foundation. I've always operated in that. And I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I've been for over 20 years. I'm telling my age now. But I've been a licensed cosmetologist and makeup artist. And so, and I delved in my career. I operated in that for over 20 years before I transitioned into my divine purpose. But that led me also because even though I was still doing hair, I was making so many connections. I found that my clients was using me as their therapist. I was their doctor. I was their hairstylist. I was their everything. And so they laid on me all of these intimate secrets and they problems. And so I always found myself encouraging, even though I was treating them, beautifying their external, I was also encouraging and beautifying that internal. I was giving them the tips, tools that they need to know that they were divine, that the hairstyle that I gave them didn't make them, that the makeup that I put on their face didn't make them, it didn't break them, it embellished, yes, but it wasn't who they were. And until they tapped into their power, until they tapped into their purpose, until they tap into their passion, they would be lost. They will continually be domesticated creatures, domesticated human beings, always following behind someone else, social norms, social society, social environments, and doing things that they were never purposed to do. And so I just wanted to, stop by and encourage you to use these 4 influential things: your power, your passion, and your purpose. And lastly, when you have discovered those things, do you know that when you tap into your power, the power source in which have given you life, after you've done that and you rediscover what your passion is, what you're most passionate about, what you're supposed to be doing, and then that led you to discovering your purpose in life, that will lead you to your path, your divine path. And all of a sudden, hence the title, Your Yellow Brick Road. What is your yellow brick road? Where is your yellow brick road? How many of you, type in the comments, seen The Wiz? Not the Wizard of Oz. I'm talking about the brown version. I'm talking about the soul version. How many of you seen that movie? Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, and the other ones. Tamara, yes. Brittany, yes. Listen, that is my childhood movie. My mother used to play the soundtracks for us. We used to dance all over the house. We used to play all the characters. And so, do y'all remember the scene in The Wiz when Dorothy finally when she went into into this new realm, right? And the Wiz, the good witch, Wanda, she told her that she have to find the yellow brick road because her sole intent was to get back home, right? And she had to find her yellow brick road, and when first she had to tap into the power source. Then once she found that yellow brick road, once her and I always know that every time I watch that movie, it gives me deeper and deeper insight. And so y'all remember the 3 characters, right? she first met the Scarecrow. He didn't have no brains, right? Which means he wasn't operating in his right mind. And I think all of those three characters was a direct reflection or replica of Diana Ross. It was the three most powerful things that she needed to tap into her power, to rediscover her passion, to finding her purpose, and then leading her to her path, that yellow brick road, even though she was on that yellow brick road. And so the Scarecrow represented, she had to find her mind. She had to find her power. She had to tap into her mental power. And then she met the Tin Man. He was without heart. He was without courage. And so Diana Ross was also Dorothy was also without those things. She wasn't in her right mind. She was so domesticated and so comfortable. She was willing to live out the rest of her life like that if no one intervened. If her grandma didn't, or her aunt, if Annie Yam did not intervene, if the universe didn't intervene, if God didn't use us to intervene with one another to say, hey, I need you to find your yellow brick road. And if you can't find it, I'm going to help you find it. And so the Scarecrow helped her find that road. Then she met the Tin Man who was a replica or resemblance or mimicked something that she did not have that she wanted to get, which is a heart. She lacked courage in that area. And on their journey, then she met the lion. Or I think it was the lion who lacked the courage. He was just a wimp. He was scared of life. He was scared of the dog. He was just scared. But listen, the lion, he was the king of the jungle. He was the man. And Dorothy needed to be reminded that she was a phenomenal human soul, that she had everything in her, as hence we see at the end of the movie that everything she needed, like Linda said to her, is already there. She just needs to refocus, rediscover, tap back into it. And hence she discovered all of those things. And I believe all of those songs from The Wiz were powerful. But for the sake of finding your yellow brick road, do y'all remember that song when Wanda first told her to go find that yellow brick road? And let me see, I wrote this song down because I was just so into it. When she sang the song, what is that? Sweet thing, let me tell you about. I can't sing, y'all, so don't be judging me or laughing at me. Sweet thing, let me tell you about the world and the way things are. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You come from a different place, and I know you travel far. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now that you something with the Wiz. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, y'all get the point. That's one of my favorite songs. She was telling Dorothy that yes, you may come from a different place. You may come from a different home. You may have experienced rape. You may have experienced molestation. You may have experienced verbal and mental abuse. You may have experienced so many doors shutting in your face. You may have experienced people telling you what you can and cannot do and who you are and who you is. You may have came from a different cultural background. You may have came from a different state. You may have came from a different country. You may have came from somewhere different. Hence the song, I know you come from a different place, because we all come from different places. We were all doing things. We have all embarked on many journeys in our life. But let me tell you something. Even though we come from different places, we are still powerful. Let me help you rediscover your power, your purpose, your passion, and your path. Let me help you rediscover who you are. Let me remind you that you are divine, that you have a voice, that you have a mission. And until you step into that power, until you step into your passion, until you step into your purpose, until you start discovering your yellow brick road, your path, you will continually live in the past. You will continually be frozen in the past. And that is my hope for no one. That is my hope for no one. And it brings me such gratification and joy to be able to impart that in my universal stars, because we were created for greatness. We have something to do on this realm. We have something to do, universal stars, on this realm. And so, in the Oz, Dorothy Diana Rose, she began as a young adult, you know what I'm saying? And her aunt was telling her, I guess for years, the storyline is that you need to get on, you need to be, in a sense, you need to undomesticate or redomesticate yourself. It's time for you to get out. It's time for you to go figure it out on your own. It's time for you to go walk your path. And I know that can be really, really scary when we are so comfortable, just like a baby in a mother's womb. And soon as it comes out, it's like it's been in this bubble for so long. Others have been nurturing it for so long. People have been nurturing us for so long, taking care of us and providing for us. And it gotten us to a point where we have become complacent and comfortable living in this little bubble, living in our little shell. And for most of us, living in a box. And until you step out of that, until you get up, until you start standing on your own 2 feet, until you start putting one foot instead of in front of the other, and in front of the other, and in front of the other, until you start walking on your own, you will never ever discover the abundance that is due you. The abundance that is for you, the life that you were purposed to live. And I just wanted to pop in to just encourage you to find your yellow brick road. Tap into the power. Tap into the power. Tap into your God-given gifts. Tap into the source that had given you everything you need to survive, to receive all of your abundance. Rediscover your passion, rediscover your purpose, and that is going to lead you to your divine path. I stopped and popped in to give you guys that knowledge. It was placed on my heart. Man, I popped up out of my sleep. Thank you so much, Brittany. I popped up out of my sleep at like 4 a.m. this morning. And I keep a pen and pad everywhere. I keep pen and pads in the car. This is my most sacred place, by the way. In case you're wondering why I'm in my truck, I love my truck. It is a safe haven for me. I do videos anywhere. I don't let my position, my place at the moment prohibit me from giving a message when I'm supposed to give it. And so I knew this message has to be given, and it was so divine. And I love when that happens, because sometimes I give messages based on my experience and my knowledge, but I love the messages that come with divinity, that come with a specific unique and infinite purpose. Like this message, I knew it was supposed to be said. The message came, the analogies came, the song came, the moments came, everything came, and so I knew I had to deliver it. And so all of those characters she met. Unless and for those of you who don't know, I deal with all things mental. Hence, my book, if you haven't, when you catch the replay, you'll see, I just published my first book, Recreating My Reality, which is on Amazon right now. I'm so excited. These are actually signed copies that I'm going to be mailing out today. If you're interested, you can go to Amazon and search in Recreating My Reality, or you can visit my website and have a look. And you can also download the book companion. It is an extremely helpful guide. It's a sort of like a manual, a personal assessment foundational manual that I created as a book companion to this, and I offer that to you guys for free. If you want to, you can visit my website at bit.ly/myreality2017. That's bit.ly/myreality2017, and you can get that. And so I'm gonna leave you with a question. Did you find a couple of questions. Did you find your yellow brick road? Are you tapped into the power source that gives all power to this life, to all life, to this realm? Have you discovered your passion, rediscovered your passion? Have you rediscovered your purpose in life? And are you on your yellow brick road? Are you on your divine path? Not no one else's path, not the path your mother want you to take, not the path your siblings want you to take, not the path that your coworkers want you to take, your employer want you to take, the path that you're supposed to be taking. Are you on your yellow brick road? I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you are catching the replay, thank you so much for catching the replay. Thank you so much for sharing the replay and sharing this video. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Anderson. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you all my beloved University Stars for helping me deliver this message, for giving me your time, because time is the most precious thing that we were ever given on this realm, and it is the only thing that we can spend that we will never get back. And so I appreciate you sincerely for giving me some of your time today to share with you these helpful tips. Thank you for this message to start my day. You're so welcome. I am going to be on from Monday through Fridays at 12 noon. You can call it your lunch break. That is 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Georgia right now. I'm originally from Brooklyn. So I will be coming before you Monday through Fridays, sometimes twice a day. Not really sure yet, but I'm shooting for every day around 12 noon. I will be coming before you, just sharing all things mental, inspiration, and encouragement. And so as I teach my clients mental restoration, mental imprinting, which are processes that I created to help others recreate their reality, to help others transition through life. You know, I teach on many different things. If you check out my Facebook page, Venus a Goddess, or my YouTube channel, Inspiring the Masses, you will get a deeper insight of all the things that I do. But I'm going to be sharing all of that with my new Periscope Universal Stars as well. Until tomorrow, I will see you guys all soon. Please, 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 I have a productive day. I bid you love, peace, divine enlightenment, and prosperity on this wonderful day. Go and be great and find your yellow brick road.